Yo, what's up, everybody? So, today I want to talk with y'all about the holidays and homies. I think gathering, being festive, separating ourselves from the monotonous everyday 365 grinding ass days, is important, and that's what I did this holiday season, this winter. I went over to Kansai to visit my boys over in Hyogo Prefecture, and it was a blast. So, living in any country as a foreigner is quite difficult. You have to start from scratch. You have to fight and do your best to keep your culture alive, right? Because, for example, me living in Japan, a Japanese Christmas is much different. Some people go and get that KFC stuff, others don't even care. And it's often been a what do you call it? Tradition in my family to celebrate it, but once I moved over here, it's like you have to fight much more to keep that alive. And I was so lucky to meet these homies early on when I moved over here in 2018. I've been out here 7 years now, and it's thanks to them that I'm able to keep these things alive. So you see much more of like the importance of social circles and things like that, which, again, in Japan, it can be very difficult because people aren't that close. Yeah, but that's a whole different topic. Anyways, moving onward, I actually just want to show you some of the places I visited on my trip to Kansai. And one of them is the place where my homie lives, this beautiful town called Yobe, which is that very countryside Japan vibe. See the mountains, beautiful natural colors. So let's take a little trip around there, and from there onward, we're gonna go and show you some other awesome places. There's something special about these walks, and I don't think it's necessarily intentional by any of us, but inadvertently, when we go out and about and we get like a high point where we can see a good amount of the city, or we get to just see the bigger picture, I guess is one way to say it, is it helps me pull myself out of the everyday hustle, helps me pull myself out of the situation and just appreciate the nature for what it is, the people for what they are. Just everyone's living their own life, and we're all just trying to hang in there, you know what I'm saying? So in a way, it disconnects me but also reconnects me to society with a better perspective and appreciation for a lot of things. Plus, the homie is pretty good at finding little spots to hang out and just chat and vibe out, like this spot right here, right next to the river, where you're just vibing and you could hear like the sounds of the river. It's pretty awesome.
Protein shake and cancer.
Mm.
Eat your protein first in each meal. So you make sure that you've got your protein in your body, then you can move on to whatever else and you don't have to eat. So one day a week. He's saying like don't eat as
Yeah. Alright, you know how it is. I had to find a hot angle from down below just to kind of, look at things from a different perspective and catch the both of us homies just kind of kicking it. But here pretty soon, I'm going to be moving on, showing you guys Kinosaki Onsen, which was a big recommendation by the homie. We went on a day trip, and it was awesome. So I'm looking forward to showing y'all that, because it was great. Shit, alright fam, we're diving into some good stuff right now. So we're here at Kinosaki Onsen, and this place is popular for having 7 tattoo friendly hot springs that you can go into, and you actually just have to pay 1,500 yen, which if I had to guess is maybe like 8 US dollars right now, and you get to go to any one of those, like as much as you want or whatever. You just show the ticket, you're like, hey, I paid for it, and then just go into whichever one. You could visit all of them, but I mean, I wouldn't I don't know if I'd recommend it, but being in there is exhausting. You know, the heat, and it's relaxing and all that, but you sweat so much and you get dehydrated if you're not careful. So that's a big shout out to y'all to be careful at the hot springs. Try not to stay in there too long or you'll pass out, all right? Take care of yourselves. All right. Now that I've given you a lay of the land, seen a little bit of that Kinosaki Onsen environment, now I want to dive into the 3 main hot springs that we went into. The first one that we visited is called Ichinoyu, and at this one they had a awesome cave hot spring area, and the vibe in there was just immaculate. Like, I'm a person that's got them hermetic tendencies. I like to just be by myself, vibe out, and this cave hot spring really gave me that energy, and I was able to just enjoy the experience of the hot spring. But also something awesome was that day it was rainy, so you have a little bit of the view of outside, and you can hear the rain just clanking on the roof and stuff like that. So that whole vibe was awesome. Then we went to another one, and this one is called Gosho no Yu. And this one, the awesome thing about this one was that it was layered in a way where if you're in the outside hot spring area, there's one little pool where you hang out at the bottom base area. Then you could go up to a second level and then a third level where you're pretty close to like this little waterfall area where the water is just coming down, and that's also its own little vibe of just hearing nature in motion. And I mean, just hot springs in general are awesome. I love these things. I'll probably end up doing a video on hot springs because there's other stuff I want to show you here in Japan. But moving on, I want to show you this final one that we visited, and this one was the furthest one out, and you know, you go deep into the area, and this one is called Konoyu. And this one, the outside little area it's kind of like decently shallow. It's more of like just lay down, chill out, some open like air and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy, but like its simple aesthetics really did it for me. So I really enjoyed this one. But if I were to pick a favorite one, it'd be pretty tough. I'd say the cave one probably resonated with me a lot, but all 3 were awesome. So definitely recommend these. And I mean, I only visited 3 of 7, so if I ever get back there anytime soon, I definitely got to hit up the other 4, or maybe make a trip where I stay overnight and I can use like 2 days to trip out on all of them. But yeah, that was it. Kinosaki Onsen, definitely recommend it. And man, this holiday was awesome with the homies. Alright, y'all, so that's the end of the video. And if you guys have any specific things or anything that you're curious about in Japan, feel free to ask in the comments. And well, I'm just going to be making what I think is interesting or fun for me, and hopefully in that process it helps somebody to like figure out somewhere to go or enjoy something in Japan. And I'm gonna try to put little cultural tips and little things that I've learned over my 7 years having lived out here. So yeah, that's the plan. And well, at the end of the day, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.